Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about why Devin Booker leaving the Phoenix Suns could be a huge mistake. As in the media lately, there have been a few reports saying that Devin Booker may be trying to work his way out of the Phoenix Suns. Now, let me get into a few reasons why I think this could be a huge mistake for Devin Booker to make. I just think that this would be a very, very big misstep if Devin Booker is to make his way out of Phoenix. Now, am I saying it's going to be 100% guarantee a bad thing if he does? Not necessarily, but I also don't think it will be a great thing either, no matter what he does. So I'm saying why he should stay with the Phoenix Suns and why it would be a mistake for him to leave. So if you do like the video in point, hit the like button and subscribe button. I mean, the absolute road to me. Y'all have been showing tons of support, and y'all's likes on the video it just help me so much. It gets the videos out, and y'all just been showing so much support lately, and I cannot thank y'all enough. So yeah, like I said, if you like the video in point, hit the like button and subscribe button. I mean, the road to me. And without further ado, without rambling on too much, just get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing we get into is going to be that they showed potential for the first time since Devin Booker's been there. Like, I mean, I could understand him wanting to leave the Suns any other year of him being with the Phoenix Suns. He has been the only good player. Before they got Deadre Ayton, he was their only good player. Eric Bledsoe was okay, but he was Eric Bledsoe. He's not a superstar or anything. Devin Booker was always by far their best player since they've drafted him. And they have refused to put good teams around him, whether that was through bad draft picks, bad contracts, bad coaching, all of the above. So, I mean, any other year, I can fully understand, yes, you can leave, ask to get out. But now he wants to leave after the 1 year they finally show some potential and some actual, progression into becoming a playoff team. I don't understand how that makes any sense. Like, how can someone who's been showing so much loyalty, even sign an extension with the Phoenix Suns, stayed loyal after all those years of being horrible, finally get have a team that shows potential in the bubble, looking like they're going to be a legit playoff team, or maybe at least a playoff contender for the next year? Why do you want to leave now? Unless something internally is going down, I don't understand why you want to leave. Because, I mean, your team can only get better. Deadre Ayton is very young still and is already looking like a pretty dominant player. And, I mean, the more he progresses, the more he gets older, the more experience he gets, the better he's going to get. Devin Booker's still young, and he is entering to where, he is starting to become a legit superstar level scorer that nobody can guard. And that's a legit big two, and they're starting to show that potential. Plus, the roster all around is not that bad, and I'll be getting to that a little bit later, more in depth. But, I mean, this roster, for the first time ever, is showing potential. He's pretty much, okay, this is like you're taking a test, and, you fail every other test the way you study, but you study a different way, and you get an A on this one test, and then you see that, and then you're like, nah, I don't want to do that no more, screw that. And then you go back to what you were doing when you were getting Fs. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know why he wants to leave them now, but I mean, it's just kind of mind-boggling that why he would want to leave when they're just starting to show potential, when they're just starting to really get where they want to go. So I just think he should stick it out and see where this potential could go. And maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, he's still going to be entering his prime. He's still going to be a very good player. So it's not like he is on a timetable right now. No, he has plenty of time left in his career. So, I mean, give it 1 or 2 years, see where this team can go, see what the front office can do now that they're finally showing actual signs of improvement. And if you're still not where you want to be, then you can leave. But I would at least ride out this, see how good you could be, especially how after last season ended, going 8-0 in the bubble and almost making the playoffs. So I think for sure you need to see what this potential is going to be if you're Devin Booker, and it would be a huge mistake to give up on this team, especially right now when it's looking like it's finally entering that state of acceleration where they state of incline, should I say, of finally becoming a legit playoff contender. But now my second reason is going to be that Deadre Ayton and Booker are finally starting to grow. Booker, I mean, showed that he can show up in big games. He can score with the best of them, and no one can outscore him. And he's one of the best scorers in the league. And, I mean, he showed that he can play in big games because, I mean, we really didn't know because really up until this point of his career, he played no crucial games. But then in the bubble, even when he got down to the nitty-gritty, needing to win games like 7-0, needed to go undefeated, that's what he did. He showed up every single night. He was their best player. He was scoring very consistently at a very high level, and he went 8-0 and led his team to an undefeated record in the bubble. So he showed that he can win the games that they absolutely needed to win. And then also Deadre Ayton, I mean, Deadre Ayton played very well in the bubble as well, and I mean, he just overall improved from his rookie season. He had a better sophomore season than he did his rookie season, and to be honest, if Deadre Ayton doesn't get suspended early on in this season for about 20 or 30 games, honestly, the Phoenix Suns could have been a playoff team. It would not have been out of the realm of possibility at all. But there was a 20 to 30 game stretch where the Phoenix Suns were without Deadre Ayton and only had Devin Booker, which really hurt their record and really hurt their team early on in the season. So I think if they can keep Deadre Ayton and Devin Booker on the court all season, or at least for the majority of the season, no suspensions, really no major injuries, this is a legit playoff contender with how good this duo can be. And if Deadre Ayton improves from his sophomore year and can become like a 20-10 guy, averaging a block a game as well, 50% shooting from the field, and Devin Booker can keep scoring the way he's scoring, which he has shown no signs of not being able to in his career. So I think, if this duo can just keep improving, keep getting better, this team is a playoff team, or at least a playoff contending team, which, as a Suns fan, if you are a Suns fan, that is great for you all. Y'all haven't made the playoffs in years. If you could just be an 8th seed and show improvement and show promise, then I think for sure you are very happy as a Suns fan, and I think Devin Booker would be stupid to give up on this duo this early when they're finally starting to get in there, and Deadre Ayton is in his 3rd year. He's starting to become an NBA player, starting to become a really good NBA player. Devin Booker's entering his prime of his career. I think it would just be dumb for them to give up on this duo already in Devin Booker. I don't think it would make sense. And now my 3rd reason is going to be that they finally have a legit starting 5. In the past Suns team, you could tell what was going to be wrong with the team before this year. Literally 2 years ago, they had Devin Booker running point guard because they didn't have a point guard on the roster. How that happens, I don't know. But it did. So, it was just awful. They were terrible that year. But now they go out, they add Ricky Rubio, which was huge. They added a point guard, which they desperately needed. Ricky Rubio is a very good veteran to have on your team. And they also have a legit 2 stars on their team in Deadre Ayton and Devin Booker. 2 very good players, probably going to be all-star level players for their entire career. Devin Booker might be a little bit ahead of that. It might be a superstar level player. So, you have a superstar and an all-star level player on your team. You have a good veteran point guard. You have one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire league in Mikal Bridges on your team. And he can also score a little bit. He's a very good 3-and-D player. Kelly Oubre is a straight bucket at the power forward position, and he's a very good offensive player. And then, like I said, Deadre Ayton at center rounds it out and is a legit all-star level player. And then you even look at their bench. They have backups like Aaron Baines and Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson had a very decent rookie year, and I'm sure he can improve on that and be a sharpshooter off the bench, which every team needs. So he can be a very good role player for this team going forward. Aaron Baines is a very good backup center, one of the best backup centers in the entire NBA. And then, with whoever they add in free agency and through the draft, this team is only going to get that much better. And speaking of the NBA draft, they have the 10th overall pick in the draft lottery. So, they do have a chance to add a very solid, very good starting level player to this roster. And I would say their biggest hole is probably power forward. And it just so happens one of my favorite players, potentially the best player in this draft, Obi Toppin, is a power forward. So, I think for sure if they're able to add Obi Toppin, he would be perfect for them and they're a playoff team. If they draft Obi Toppin, this team is a playoff team. Because Obi Toppin, although not the best defender right now, has every tool in the book to become an elite defender. He is already a great offensive player. He can handle the ball. He can shoot the 3. He can do everything from a power forward position. And I think if they're able to add someone like him onto this roster, they're going to be an instant playoff team. And there's no doubt in my head. And they have a legit big 3 going into the future. So I just think personally, with all these reasons combined, with all this potential that the Phoenix Suns are currently showing and how promising of a future they could potentially have if things do go right for them and players develop how I think they should, how good this team could be. I don't think it makes sense for Devin Booker to leave, and I think he would be making a huge mistake. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be it for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think Devin Booker would be making a mistake? Do you think he should leave? I want your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. It does help me a lot when you like the videos. It helps me a ton. So it would mean the world to me, and all glory to God. Hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.